everyone. This is the continuation of upthrust and Archimedes principle. The part A video, if you have not seen it, please go over it. It has all the formulas. And now we continue with the further sums. Still question number 6, second part we have already done. Now we start from the 7th sum. Alright, so let's read the 7th sum. A piece of stone of mass 113 grams sinks to the bottom in water contained in a measuring cylinder, and water level in the cylinder rises from 30 milliliter to 40 milliliter. Calculate the relative density of stone. So how do you find out the relative density? Weight of the solid in air upon weight of the solid in air minus weight of the solid in water. That is the upthrust. Okay. Now over here they have not given the upthrust, they have given the volume. But then the rise in the volume or the volume displaced by a solid when it is immersed in liquid is the upthrust. You all must be aware of this. We did sums on this in part A. Okay, so quickly we'll write down all the details which are given in this question. So they have given mass as 113 grams. That means weight will be 113 GF. This is the weight in air, okay? Then they have given rise in water level. Rise in water level. That is the upthrust. So how much is the upthrust? It is 40 minus 30. That is 10 ml. Okay. Now you know what is upthrust? Weight in air minus weight in liquid. Right? So we find out the relative density now. Relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. Now weight in air is already given 113 upon weight in air minus weight in liquid, which is the upthrust, which we found it out. Upthrust is 10. So that's how it comes 11.3. There are no unit for relative density. Alright, you understood? Now we go on the 8th sum. The body of volume 100 centimeter cube weighs 1 kgf in air. Find its weight in water, its relative density. So now the 8th sum, volume is given, that is 100 centimeter cube. Then they have given weight in air, that is 1 kgf. Now 1 kgf is 1000 gf. Remember that this is centimeter cube. So all the units should be CGS unit. Okay, so weight in air you've got, volume you've got. Then it displaces 20,000 find the weight in water. So volume is given. So upthrust you can find out. Upthrust is equal to V rho G. So volume is 100. Density is 1 G, so 100 GF. So now they are asking in 8th sum the weight in water. So weight in water, how do you find out? Weight in water is equal to weight in air minus upthrust. Alright, so weight in air is 1000 minus weight in water. Upthrust is 100, that is 900 GF. This is the weight in water. So they have asked in the 8th sum weight in water and relative density. Relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So weight in air again 1000, and then weight in air minus weight in water. Okay, weight in water is 900 and weight in air is 1000. So 1000 minus 900, that is 1000 upon 100. So it is coming to 10. Don't write the unit of relative density. So that's how the 8th sum is done. Okay, go through the question and we'll write down all the particulars. This is the way how you should solve during your exam. You should read the question nicely and write down all the particulars first. Then think which formula is appropriate. A body of mass 70 kg when completely immersed in water displaces 20,000 cc of water. Centimeter cube is cc. Find the weight of the body in water and second relative density of the material of the body. Okay, so they have given in a 9 sum mass, that is 70 kg. That means weight will be 70 kgf. Then they have given it displaces 20,000 centimeter cube of water, that is volume 20,000 centimeter cube. Okay, then you have to find out the weight of the body in water, relative density. So volume is given, you can find out the upthrust. So upthrust is equal to V rho g. So volume is 20,000, density is 1 and g. So 20,000 gf. Now see, this is 70 kgf. You have to convert it into gf, multiply by 1000. Okay. So now they have asked what in the 9 sum? Weight of the body in water. So weight in water is equal to weight in air minus upthrust. Okay, so weight in air is 70,000 minus upthrust is 20,000. It comes to 50,000 gf. Alright. So and if you want to convert it into kgf as they have given in the answer, it is 50 kgf. Just divide by 1000 again. When you convert kgf into gf, multiply by 1000. When you convert gf into kgf, divide by 1000. Okay, so weight in water we've got. Now we have to find out the relative density. Relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So weight in air is 70,000. Weight in air minus weight in water, that is 50,000. That is 70,000 minus 20,000. 3.5. Alright, this answer is correct. Now we start with the 10th sum. The solid weighs 120 gf in air and 105 gf when it is completely immersed in water. Calculate the relative density of solid. So simple. Weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So it's a direct question. Let's try it. So weight in air is equal to 120 gf. Then weight in water is equal to 105 gf. Now relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So weight in air is 120 upon 120 minus 105. 120 minus 15. 8. So answer is 8. Now 11th question. The solid weighs 32 gf in air and 28.8 gf in water. So this is also similar. You can find out the volume. Volume is the upthrust and relative density of solid. And then they have asked one more question. Weight of the solid in liquid of density 0.9 gram per centimeter cube. For that we have to find out the upthrust again by taking the density of the another liquid. Alright. So let's do all the parts one by one. So solid weighs 32 GF in air. Weight in air, that is 32 GF. Then weight in water is equal to 28.8 GF. Now they are asking volume. So first of all, upthrust. Weight in air minus weight in water, that is 32 minus 28.8. So it is 28 3.2 GF. Okay, now upthrust is equal to V rho G, density 1 G, therefore volume is 3.2 centimeter cube. Now the third part, relative density of solid. So relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water, that is the upthrust. So weight in air is 32. Weight in the weight in air minus weight in water, that is the upthrust, that is 3.2. So that is 320 upon 32, that is 10. Now the third part. In the third part, they are given the density of liquid as 0.9. So again upthrust. V rho G, volume is 3.2. Density we have to take that is of the liquid 0.9 GF. Okay, so 3.2 into 0.9. .88. So they are asking in the 11th sum the weight of the solid in liquid. So weight of solid in liquid is equal to weight in air minus upthrust. So weight in air is 32, upthrust is 2.88. So that comes to 29.12 GF. Yeah, it's right. So now we start with the 12th sum. I hope you all are understanding. Okay, so we will start with the 12th sum now. A body weighs 20 GF in air and 18 GF in water. Calculate the relative density. Very simple. Weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. 12th sum. Weight in air is given as 20 GF. Then weight in water is given as 18 GF. Then relative density, weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. Weight in air is 20, 20 minus 18, 20 upon 2, that is 10. Okay, that's how we do the 12th sum. Now we do the 13th sum. A solid weighs 1.5 kgf in air and 0.9 kgf in liquid of density 1.2 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. Now here the density we have they have given of liquid. Okay, so whenever it is liquid other than water, then there is another formula. You know the formula? I'll write down. First I'll write down all the details. Okay, so weight in air is equal to 1.5 kgf, and weight in liquid is equal to 0.9, and they have given density of liquid that is 1.2 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. And what will be the relative density of liquid then? That is 1.2. It will be 1.2. You know, whenever relative density is there, is the density in GF or gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so whenever it's a relative density, just remember you convert it into CGS unit, grams per centimeter cube. This is kg per meter cube. So how do you convert kg per meter cube to gram per centimeter cube? Just divide by 1000. So 1.2 into 10 raised to 3 will be 1.2. That is relative density. Now the formula. So they have asked for what in 13 sum? Calculate the relative density of solid. Relative density of solid will be weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in liquid into relative density. Okay. Okay, so then relative density will be, what will be the weight in air? 1.5. Then weight in water minus weight in liquid, 1.5 minus 0.9 into the relative density, that is 1.2. 0.63. Yeah, it is 3. So now we do the 14 sum. Okay. A jeweler claims that he makes ornament of pure gold of relative density 19.3. So the jeweler claims that the relative density of pure gold is 19.3. Now he sells the bangle weighing 25.25 GF to a person. So the weight is also given of that bangle. And then the clever customer weighs the bangle when immersed in water and finds the weight to be 23.075. That is weight in liquid. So you've got weight in air, weight in liquid. You can find out the relative density. Okay, how do you find out the relative density? Weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in liquid. So after you find out the relative density, you match it with the relative density of real gold. And if they are different, then the gold is impure. So let's see whether the gold is pure or impure. Okay, we'll write down all the particulars first. So jeweler claims relative density pure gold is 19.3. Then weight in air is 25.25 GF. Now weight in liquid or water, I'll write water. Weight in water is 23.075. Now we can find out the relative density. Weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So weight in air is 25.25 upon 25.25 minus 23.075. Okay, so 25.25 upon it is coming 2.175. And when you divide this both, it is coming 11.60. So see the relative density over here which we have got is 11.60. Real gold is 19.3. So then what can you say? The gold is impure. Since the relative density is quite less than 19.3, the gold is impure. Alright, so now let's do the 15 sum. A piece of iron weighs 44 GF in air and 39.5 GF in water. Find the relative density of iron. Very simple sum. Okay, so 15 sum. Weight in air is equal to 44.5 GF. Then weight in water is equal to 39.5 GF. Now relative density is equal to weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water. So that is 44.5 upon 44.5 minus 39.5. So that comes to 44.5 divided by 5. That is again 8.9. Yeah. Now the 16 sum. Now this 16 sum is very important. Always comes in the school exam as well as the board exam. So let's read the sum and write down all the particulars. Okay. So a piece of stone of mass 15.1 grams. So 16 sum. So the mass is given. Mass of stone is equal to 15.1 grams. So weight will be what? 15.1 GF. Okay. Then first immerse in liquid. So weight in liquid is given 10.9 GF. Then they have given weight in water is equal to 9.7 GF. Now they are asking calculate the weight of the piece of stone in air. So weight of stone in air we already found out 15.1 GF. Now the second part, volume. So first we find out the upthrust for finding out volume. Upthrust is equal to weight in air minus weight in water. Okay, so weight in air is what? 15.1. Weight in water is 9.7. So that is how much? (5.4). So upthrust V rho G 5.4 is equal to V density of water is 1. So therefore volume is 5.4 cc. Then C part, relative density of solid in water, relative density of stone, weight in air upon weight in air minus weight in water, that is the upthrust, is equal to weight in air is how much they have given? Weight of the stone in air 15.1 upon upthrust is 5.4. So it's coming 2.79, that is 2.8. Now The next part is relative density of liquid. Okay, do you know the formula for relative density of liquid? Loss of weight in liquid upon loss of weight in water. Okay, loss of weight in liquid upon loss of weight in water. Now what is loss of weight in liquid? 15.1, that is the weight of the solid in air, minus weight of the solid in liquid is 10.9 upon 15.1 minus weight of the solid in water, that is 9.7. So that is how much? Just a second. .2 upon 5.4. .7777, that is 0. Now we are going to start with the last exercise, that is the numericals based on law of flotation. Volume of the solid into density of solid is equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid, or we can say height of the solid into density of solid is equal to height of the liquid into density of liquid. So let's start with the first sum. Okay, a rubber ball floats on water with its 1/3 of its volume outside the water. What is the density of rubber? So they have given the volume of the rubber ball outside the water, but whenever you are using the law of flotation, the volume of the rubber or the solid should be inside the water. So then how do you find out the volume of the solid inside the water? You have to subtract it from 1. Okay, just see how I am doing it. You have to take the LCM. Okay, so now you've got volume inside water. Now use the formula. Using the law of flotation. Volume of solid, density of solid, volume of liquid into density of liquid. So now volume of the solid, keep it as V. Density of solid, we have to find out. Volume of liquid is 2 by volume of solid in the liquid, it means that is 2 by 3 V, and density of liquid you can take it as 1, that is water. Density of water in gram per centimeter cube. So both these V get cancelled. Density of solid is 2 by 3, that is coming to 667 kg per meter cube. Okay. Now next question. Question number 2. A block of wood of mass 24 kg floats on water. The volume of the wood is 0.032 meter cube. Find the volume of the block below the surface of the water, the density of wood. Okay, so block of wood of mass 24 grams. So mass 24 grams. The volume of that wood is 0.032 meter cube. Okay, so you can find out the density is equal to mass upon volume, 24 upon 0.032, that comes to 750 kg per meter cube. Okay, so you got the density of the wood. Now you have to find out volume of the block below the surface of the water. So volume of solid, density of solid, volume of liquid, density of liquid. This is the law of flotation. Okay, so volume of solid is how much? 0.032. Density of solid is how much? 750. Volume of liquid is how much? We have to find out. Volume of solid in liquid, that means. And density of liquid is 1000. Okay, that is kg per meter cube. So volume of liquid is 0.032 into 750 upon 1000. So it comes to 0.024 meter cube. Alright. Now the third sum. A wooden cube of side 10 cm has mass 700 grams. What part of it remains above the water surface while floating vertically above the water surface? So the side, here you are going to use the height of the solid into density of solid is equal to the height of the liquid into density of liquid. The same law of flotation. Okay, so the side is given, height is 10 centimeter, and mass is given, mass is 700 grams, and okay, so now using the principle of flotation, H1 B1 or HL DL is equal to height of the solid, density of solid. So height of the solid in liquid we have to find out, into density of liquid 1 in gram per centimeter cube. Height of the solid in liquid, height of the solid is 10, and density of solid third sum, density of solid is, we have to find it out. Density of solid, density is equal to mass upon volume. So mass is given 700 and volume, see side is 10 centimeter. So volume will be what? Side into side into side, side cube. So that is 10 cube. That is 700 upon 1000. 7 upon 10. 0 0 get cancelled. So height of the solid in liquid is 7 centimeter. They have asked in the third sum what part of it remains above the water. This is below the water. So height above the water is equal to, see, total height is 10. From 10 subtract 7. That will give you the height above the water. So 10 minus 7, that is 3 centimeter. That's your answer. Now the fourth sum. A piece of wax floats on brine. What fraction of its volume is immersed? Density of wax is given and density of brine is given. So use the law of flotation. Okay. Density of wax. Density of wax means solid. Density of solid. That is 0.95 gram per centimeter cube. and density of brine, that is density of liquid, is 1.1 gram per centimeter cube. So use the formula using the law of flotation. Volume of solid, density of solid, volume of liquid into density of liquid. So volume of solid into density of solid will be 0.95 is equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid is 1.1. And they want in the fourth sum what fraction of volume its volume is immersed. Volume means volume immersed means volume of liquid they want, the ratio. So 0.95 upon 1.1 is equal to volume of liquid upon volume of solid. So that comes to 0.95 divided by 1.1. It comes to 0.86. That's your answer. Okay. Now the fifth sum. If the density of ice is 0.9 gram per centimeter cube, what portion of an iceberg will remain below the surface of the water in the sea? Density of sea water is 1.1 gram per centimeter cube. So here also density of solid is given and density of liquid, that is sea water, is given, and they want the ratio of the volume. Okay, it's just like the last sum. Okay, so we'll write down the particulars first. So if the density of ice, so density of solid is 0.9 gram per centimeter cube, and then density of liquid is 1.1 gram per centimeter cube. So using the law of flotation, volume of solid into density of solid is equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid. So volume of solid into density of solid is 0.9, volume of liquid into density of liquid. So here also they want the volume of the liquid if you read the question properly. So volume of the liquid upon volume of solid is equal to 0.9 upon 1.1. So it comes to 0.818. Okay. That is the fifth sum. Now we go on the sixth sum. A piece of wood of uniform cross section and height 15 cm floats vertically with its height 10 cm in water and 12 cm in spirit. Find the density of wood and spirit. So they are asking density of wood as well as density of spirit. So again here also you use the principle of flotation. Okay. So first of all you will write down the particulars. So height of solid is 15 centimeter. Okay. With its height 10 centimeter in water. Height of water or liquid. You take it as liquid. Height of liquid is 10 centimeter. So using the principle of flotation, height of solid into density of solid, height of liquid into density of liquid. So height of solid is 15, density of solid we have to find out, height of liquid is 10, and density of liquid we can take it, liquid is water, so we can take it as 1 because it is in CGS system. So density of solid will be 10 upon 15, 2 upon 3. That is coming to 0.667 gram per centimeter cube. Now for the next part they have asked find the density of spirit. So again for the second part, using the law of flotation, height of solid into density of solid, height of liquid into density of liquid. Height of the solid is 15. Now density of solid we've already found it out. That is 2 by 3 is equal to height of liquid into density of liquid. So density of liquid they have given. No, height of the solid in liquid they have given. So height of the solid in liquid is how much? That is brine, spirit, that is 12 centimeter. So 12 into density of liquid. So send this 12 that side. So then that comes to 5 by 6. So that is 0.8. 0.833 gram per centimeter cube. Alright. Now the 7th question. A wooden block floats in water with 2/3 of its volume submerged. Calculate the density of wood. When the same block is placed in oil, 3/4 of its volume is immersed in oil. Calculate the density of oil. So this is the sum which is similar to the 6th one. Okay, you have to use the principle of flotation. Okay. So 7 sum. 2/3 of the volume is submerged. So volume of liquid 2/3 V. Okay. And calculate the density of wood. So use the formula. Volume of solid into density of solid is equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid, and volume of solid in liquid is 2 by 3 V into density of liquid we can take it as 1. Then volume of solid into density of solid. Volume of solid we have taken it as V into density of solid. So V get cancelled. Density of solid is 2/3. That is 0.667 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, now the second part. Second part is find the density of oil. Okay, when the same block is placed in oil. So density of oil you want. So volume of solid into density of solid is equal to volume of liquid into density of liquid. Volume of solid we have taken V. Density of solid we found out 2/3. Volume of placed in oil, 3/4 of its volume is immersed in oil. 3/4. That is 3/4 V. Okay, V get cancelled. Then density of liquid will be 2/3 into 4/3. That comes to 889 kg per meter cube. Alright. .889 gram per centimeter. We start with the 8th sum. The density of ice is 0.92 gram per centimeter cube and that of a sea water is 1.025 gram per centimeter cube. Find the total volume of an iceberg which floats with its volume 800 centimeter cube above the surface of the water. Okay, so over here they have given the volume of the solid in liquid. They have not given, they have given volume of the solid above the liquid. So out of, take the total volume as V. So volume of the solid within liquid will be whole volume minus 800. Okay, and then you have to solve it. Everything else is the same using the principle of flotation. Okay, so first we'll write down the particulars. So density of ice 0.92 gram per centimeter cube. Then they have said density of liquid, that is sea water, 1.025 gram per centimeter cube. Then we'll take volume of solid as V and volume of solid in liquid as V minus 800, because 800 is above the liquid. Okay, the volume of the solid above the liquid is 800. So below the liquid will be total V minus 800. Okay, now use the law of flotation. So volume of solid, density of solid, volume of liquid into density of liquid. So volume of solid is V, density of solid is 0.92, volume of liquid is V minus 800 into density of liquid is 1.025. So that is 0.92 V is equal to 1.025 V minus 800 into 800 into 1.025, that is 820. Then you bring this 820 this side and this that side. So it will come 1.025 V minus 0.92 V is equal to 820. So that is 0.105 V is equal to 800 upon 0.105, that is coming to 7,809.52 centimeter cube. Okay, so that is how you solve the 8th sum. Now the 9th sum, the last sum. A weather forecasting plastic balloon of volume 15 meter cube contains hydrogen to the density of 0.09 kg per meter cube. So it is a weather balloon and it has been sent into the air and it has some equipment also along with it. The volume of the equipment carried by the balloon is negligible compared to its volume. The mass of the empty balloon alone is 7.15. The balloon is floating in air of density 1.3 kg per meter cube. Calculate the mass of hydrogen in the balloon, the mass of hydrogen and balloon, the total mass of the hydrogen balloon and equipment if the mass of the equipment is x kg, the mass of the air displaced by the balloon, and fifth part, the mass of equipment using the law of flotation. Okay, so over here the weather forecasting plastic balloon of volume 15 meter cube contains hydrogen. So volume of hydrogen is equal to 15 meter cube. Then they have given density of hydrogen is equal to 0.09 kg per meter cube. Now the first part they are asking what is the mass of hydrogen in the balloon. So mass is equal to volume into density, that is 15 into 0.09, that is coming to 1.35 kg. Now second part, the mass of hydrogen and balloon. So the mass of balloon they have given. So total mass of hydrogen and balloon will be 1.35 plus 7.15. That is coming to 8.5 kg. Now third part. The total mass of the hydrogen balloon and equipment. So now if the mass of the equipment is x, so total mass of hydrogen balloon and equipment is equal to 8.5 plus x. Now fourth part, the mass of the air displaced by the balloon. Now whenever the balloon gets displaced, you have to take the volume of the balloon into the density of air. So mass of air displaced, volume into density. Volume of the balloon is 15 and density of air we have to take. Now if you read the question, density of air is given 1.3. So that comes to 19.5 kg. Okay. Now fifth part, the mass of equipment using the law of flotation. So how much ever is the mass of the balloon and equipment is equal to the mass of the air displaced. So 8.5 plus x is equal to 19.5. Therefore x is equal to 19.5 minus 8.5, that is 11 kg. Okay, so that's it. So that ends the lesson on upthrust and Archimedes principle. If you have understood this lesson, please do like and share this video and also subscribe so that you will get more videos of ICSE lessons, maths as well as science. That's all. See you. Bye.